You know, they talk a lot about food porn. I think that might be the kind of sex tape they got released about me. Oh, hey y'all, it's me, Betty Jean Baker, and this is the Betty Jean Baker Show. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day
to all you beautiful mothers and all you mothers. I hope all you mothers are having a lovely day and your family's treating you like a queen. A drag queen even. On today's show, we are gonna make a Southern classic for Mother's Day, the HummingBird Cake. First, we're gonna start out with a basic traditional hummingbird cake, and then I'm gonna level it up Dragzilla style. If y'all are new to the show, let's start out right away by liking, subscribing, and ringing that bell down there to get notifications for another show. A hummingbird cake is a classic Southern cake. And you know something? It don't actually have hummingbirds in it. I have to tell you something. You know, a hummingbird is my favorite kind of bird. They're so colorful and they flit around like little tiny fairy birds. I wish I was a little fairy bird, but no, I'd have to be something more like Big Bird. You'd see me like Big Bird from Sesame Street flitting around knocking trash cans over. That's what I'd look like if I was a bird. I have already put 3 cups of all-purpose flour into my mixing bowl. Then we're gonna add 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. You should make this cake for your mother on Mother's Day. The problem was making a cake for my mama. You know what she says? My mama didn't make it like that. And I say, Mama, just eat the damn cake. I bought you a cake. I made you a cake. I didn't buy it. Sometimes I buy it and I tell her I made it. She says, my mama used cake mix. I said, no, your mama didn't use cake mix. Cake mix didn't happen until about World War II. I don't want to have a happy Mother's Day then. I want to tell my mother to mind her own damn business about my damn cake. But I don't, because I love my mama. Then we're going to put in... That's salt, y'all. Then we're gonna add 1 1/4 teaspoons of kosher salt. 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. I love the smell of nutmeg. It makes me think of pies at Thanksgiving. It also makes me think of a cousin of mine. Cousin Rhonda was a pathological liar. She'd tell a lie. One time we were out with some friends. We had been all working together at a theater. She was the only one at the table that wasn't a theater person. Out of the blue, she says,
that reminds me of the time I was at Gloria Estefan's house.
and I said, God almighty. And she says,
Yeah, I was at Gloria Estefan's house, a big music industry party down in Miami, and I was standing out in the backyard having a drink with Emilio Estevez and Charlie Sheen.
she said,
They dared me to walk over a rail on this bridge in a stream on the back of Gloria's estate. And I said, all right, and I got up in my high heels.
my cousin, she looked more like Danny DeVito than she did a runway model. Said she got up on the edge of that bridge, fell over in a stream, started flailing about to drown. And then she said,
A man came running down the hill.
whisked her out of the water. She said,
Thank you so much. I'm so indebted to you, sir.
and he said,
You don't have to call me sir. You can call me Clint.
Clint Eastwood. She said Gloria Estefan came out on her balcony and saw that she had ruined her very expensive dress. Gloria said,
Honey, take one of my dresses out of my closet and put it on, and you can wear that for the rest of the party.
and then she said she went up and got a dress out of Gloria's closet, little sequin number. Come on. And I told you she looked more like Danny DeVito.
Oh my God, Danny DeVito, I love your work!
Well, actually, she looked like a cross between Danny DeVito and either one of the Indigo Girls. And then she said, as she was descending the spiral staircase in that little sequin dress and her hair all done up with a chopstick in it, Tom Cruise came in the door.
Asked me to go home with him. I went home with him and we had sex for 3 days.
And then she lumbered away from the table. The girls at that table were stupefied. And there was a big old large dumb one down at the end of the table. She was so stupefied she got angry. She said, what the hell was that? Was that real? And I said, no, it wasn't real. 1/4 cup of buttermilk. Y'all, I feel like as I'm adding this buttermilk, it's a good time to address the widespread rumor that there is a sex tape with me in it. 1 teaspoon of baking soda. I'm gonna tell you right now, it probably ain't true. 3 eggs beaten. If I made a sex tape, y'all, I would put it out there. 1 1/2 cups of sugar. You know why? Because that sex tape would have to be either with A, Chris Hemsworth. We're gonna let it incorporate. We're gonna add a little bit of egg at a time. B, Henry Cavill. 1 1/3 cup of vegetable oil. Or C, Chris Evans. And unless one of them is knocking at my door, I'm not making no damn sex tape. 2 teaspoons of good vanilla flavoring. If they come knocking, look for the tape's release. 2 cups of very ripe banana. 1 8-ounce can of crushed pineapple. God almighty, that's good. Then we're gonna add 1 cup of chopped pecans. If you're from the South and you've had a hummingbird cake at your church or a social gathering, or maybe it was at a sitting up. Y'all, if you're not from the South, a sitting up is when somebody has passed and you go over to the house and you take food and y'all all sit up together. You can get some of your best recipes at a sitting up. If somebody has made some good fried chicken, you just got to say, oh, God Almighty, this is some good fried chicken. I bet old Uncle Henry, who has passed, loved this fried chicken. Whose recipe is this? And somebody's going to say, oh, Henry loved my fried chicken, and I'm going to give you that recipe, honey, and I'll take that recipe and I'll run out the damn door. We have preheated the oven to 350 degrees. That's 350. Y'all, even though a hummingbird cake is a Southern tradition, turns out it comes from near the West Indies. At first, I thought the West Indies was on the other side of Florence, South Carolina, up from Myrtle Beach, right where I live.
Some people out there in our nation don't have maps.
Y'all, it turns out it was Jamaica all along, and I learned a bunch of shit off the internet. Did you know that the swallowtail hummingbird was the national bird of Jamaica? Who knew that? I didn't know it. Some of those birds migrate all as far as coast of Africa for somewhere. Then we're going to scrape down the sides and make sure we get all that goodness incorporated, because there's always some banana on the bottom. Have y'all heard that the bottoms is the one that's hiding the biggest bananas? It's true. We're going to divide this batter between 3 9-inch cake pans. Now on to our delicious cream cheese frosting. I've started out by putting 2 8-ounce packages of cream cheese and 2 whole sticks of butter. Y'all, I have mixed the cream cheese and the butter together, and then I'm gonna add in some vanilla flavoring. And just to cut a little bit of the sweet off, a 1/4 tablespoon of kosher salt. I'm gonna put in 6 cups of powdered sugar slowly into this mixture. If you put it in there too fast, it's gonna make a dust cloud. It's gonna look like the mosquito truck has come through your neighborhood in the 1970s. So DDT cloud, we'd hear that bug truck coming, and we get on our bicycles and we go and ride behind it.
And the bright he comes and flies round your place.
Until our skin started burning, we'd run home and squirt each other with a water hose. And that's not a metaphor. Little bit at a time. You know, they say that's better. I don't think so.
Mosquito, mosquito, mosquitoes.
Tick me off, that's not all right.
Mosquito, mosquito, mosquitoes.
You know, they talk a lot about food porn. I think that might be the kind of sex tape that got released about me. All right, let's take a peek. Oh, dude, Jesus. All right, y'all, we've taken these delicious cakes out of the oven. I like to put a soak of some pineapple juice. I'm gonna take my pastry brush and I'm gonna spread some of this pineapple juice across the layer. Then we're gonna spread some cream cheese on top of this layer. Boom! And it doesn't matter if it's a lot, because it's gonna squeeze out the sides, just like me in a bikini. So then we're just gonna spread it around.
Spread it around.
Spread it around.
What the hell? You ain't got to sneak in, Davey. You know Mama was gonna give you some anyway. She likes to give you some of her cream cheese, if you know what I mean. Davey thinks I'm nasty.
This is another nasty song. I love the way she free with no zone. I said,
There you have it, y'all. The basic version of a classic Southern hummingbird cake. Don't that look damn delicious? Now it's time for the Dragzilla leveled up version of our hummingbird cake. Y'all, for Mother's Day, I thought that I would come as the original mother, Mother Nature. Y'all remember that commercial in the 70s? I think it was a margarine commercial. And they gave her the fake margarine and she'd taste it and she'd say, you can't fool Mother Nature, crack out!
It's not nice to fool Mother Nature.
Our leveled up version of the classic hummingbird cake, a hummingbird cheesecake. Y'all better hold on to your cooters. It's delicious. 1 cup of graham cracker crumbs in a bowl. 1 cup of finely ground pecans. 2/3 cup of flake coconut. My secret ingredient for this crust is 6 tablespoons of melted coconut oil. Y'all, my friend Nisi, who's one of my best friends of 30 years, just said, if it's coconut oil, why you got to melt it? I'm gonna tell you, Nisi, it's because it coagulates. Coagulate, coagulate, coagulate. Congratulations. Coagulate.
Coagulate.
God almighty. 3 tablespoons of sugar. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. 3 tablespoons of butter. All right, y'all, take a look at that beautiful crust. Doesn't that look good? We're gonna make some delicious filling. I put 3 tablespoons of butter in this pan and it has started to melt. 8 ounces of crushed pineapple. 1 cup of crushed pecans. 2 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream. 2 tablespoons of light corn syrup. When I was a little boy, sometimes we would eat light corn syrup on pancakes. Did y'all ever do that? If you did, tell me in the comments below. I might be the only one.
Diabetes.
1/2 cup of brown sugar. I could just eat this. You find me alone in the dark at night, sitting in the corner, flicking the light off and on like Glenn Close in Fatal Attraction. I'd just be sitting there in the dark going, why don't they love me? Why didn't they love me? I've already put 4 packages of cream cheese in this mixing bowl. I've mixed it up so it's nice and creamy and fluffy. 3 tablespoons of unsalted butter. 1 cup of fresh pineapple cut into 1/4-inch pieces. Ooh, sounds delicious. 1/2 cup of light brown sugar. 1/2 cup of coarsely chopped pecans. 2 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream. 1 cup of granulated sugar. 4 large room temperature eggs. 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. So then we're going to take 1/3 of this mixture out and put it in a bowl and separate it. After we do that, we're going to put 2 mashed up bananas in a bowl, and then we're going to combine it with an egg yolk. I've put the remainder of the cheesecake batter into the cheesecake pan. We're going to sprinkle gently this beautiful filling, just gently. Softly and gently, Jesus is calling. Then we're going to pour this banana and egg mixture into that 1/3 that you reserved in the bowl. We're going to pour this all over the top, and then we're going to put it in the oven at 350 degrees for 45 to 50 minutes. All right, let's take a peek. Oh, do Jesus! We're going to spread this delicious chocolate ganache over the top of the cake.
Drizzle, drizzle.
To decorate it, I'm going to sprinkle some beautiful large flaked coconut around the edge.
Sprinkles, more sprinkles.
Dried banana chips. Oh, God almighty, they're better than potato chips almost, except it's bananas.
Lots of sprinkles.
Dried pineapple chunks around the edge too.
Pineapple too.
Look at that beautiful cake. Cheers to y'all and enjoy this beautiful Mother's Day and this delicious hummingbird cheesecake. Don't forget, like, subscribe, and click that bell for notifications. And most importantly, stay delicious, y'all. I had some extra coconut oil in my cabinet and I couldn't figure out where it came from, and it was the time I hired that masseuse.